Kirtland's signature Moroni just showed up in primary, my man.
Well, because we had to improvise. It's all we had, and I had to rally the troops. And my people were evil and straight up like degenerate and sinful. And so I had to go around and ride on my super cool deer horse taper thingy, whatever it is. And then, pump people up, dude. Hit it, what's that?
Passion, be about it all action.
It got out of control. Like, it got a little bit out of control, and we're going to talk about it.
You're such a geek. Well, the running around like Tapir.
We talked tapers. We talked Sword of Joshua. We started talking everything. I've never had to improvise harder in my freaking life.
At least they sprung for Costco and not like DI, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Moroni.
Exactly. They asked me where my sword was, and I said they took it in customs, dude.
I had 2 members of the primary presidency text me. And at first I was like, oh no. But they were like, this will go down in history. Yeah. Cardin was so good. He really went for it.
This video is brought to you by ScriptureNotes.com. For a free trial to Scripture Notes, please make sure you check out the link in the description. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to WardRadio. I'm your host, Cardin Ellis. Today I'm joined in the studio by Brittany the Shadow, as well as via Zoom by none other than Jonah Barnes, the Associate Professor of all things apocryphal. And guess what happened this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen? None other than Kirtland's signature Moroni just showed up in primary, my man. And believe it or not, we are going to talk about it because the video of this, my friend, is absolutely nuts. When Moroni himself, or at least the diet Moroni, or not
low
so
budget,
not so on a diet Moroni comes out of the woodwork, then he says some of the darndest things. So yes, it is true, ladies and gentlemen. Last minute, I was asked to be that guy.
My missing. My dagger's missing.
And this is what happened.
Laban is missing. By the way, I probably carried around the sword of Laban, which is probably really the sword of Joshua.
So anyway, it got out of control. Like it got a little bit out of control, and we're going to talk about it. All right.
Look, the church has given so much money to WardRadio that this is all it has left for the new Book of Mormon film, for the new Book of Mormon videos.
Yeah. So basically what happened is the presiding bishopric of the church, the presiding bishop goes to my ward and he said, look, with all these checks we've written you under the table, you at least deserve us one solid. So can you put the silly, stupid outfit on and go do the primary thing, right? And so we're like, okay, fine. Like, I'll do it for dem greenbacks, right?
For dem greenbacks.
At least they sprung for Costco and not like DI, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's like the Walgreens knockoff, like Moroni Wall.
Yeah, Moroni Wall.
Moroni Wall.
Like when you buy the Walgreens Benadryl and it's Wall Drill.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
No, I see those and I'm like, how can this be legal? Like they're not even trying. It's a total troll, like aspirin, like wall aspirin. It's like
Yeah. So anyway, I do give credit where credit is due on this show. And if you look right here, I mean, this was actually much better than the silly bed sheets as a cape and some of the other costumes you've seen. But, you know, true to LDS fashion, the normal person wasn't available. So I said, hey, you know, I'll do it no matter what. And I do have to say, I am proud of my performance.
You slayed.
Yes. And the ladies actually gave a really good costume here. They actually put some hard work into it and got like 2 or 3 costumes and combined them, made their own, oh, wow, there we are. We're really going to see everything in this picture, aren't we? They made their, yeah, there we are. Whoa, there we go. Okay. They made their own title of liberty, but it looks like they'd used it before. So there was no helmet, there was no sword. So I had to improvise. So anyway, let's just watch what happens when Cardin Ellis gets asked to show up as Captain Moroni. Here we go.
My helmet's missing. My dagger's missing. My sword of Laban is missing.
Yeah, because by the way, these kids are absolutely savage. Like they're like, nah, well, he looks kind of familiar, but okay. And they start testing you. Like when you do the premise of, the time machine's open and Captain Moroni is going to come back in time 1,000 years and talk to us about the Book of Mormon. Like with junior primary, they're loving it. I was a rock star. By like senior primary, they're kind of like, I think I know what's up. I've seen this guy before,
Oh, yeah.
And they start.
Well, what's it feel like to run someone through with your blade?
Yeah, exactly.
What's it feel like to clean the blood off a young man after you've slain him? Huh, Captain?
Yeah, and they asked me what I ate, and I said, well, there was crocodiles in Zarahemla, so we ate a lot of crocodiles, and they thought that was cool.
Crocodiles are indigenous to the old world. Erroneous. This is not the real Captain Moroni.
Yes,
False.
exactly. So we talked tapirs. We talked Sword of Joshua. We started talking everything. When I was asked to be Moroni, it was absolutely hilarious, my man. So here we go. Without any further ado, here's the video from the beginning. This is only 1 minute. This is only 1 minute of like 30 minutes, bro.
My helmet's missing.
Oh, he asked where my helmet and my sword was, by the way.
My dagger's missing. My sword of Laban is missing. By the way, I probably carried around the sword of Laban, which is probably really the sword of Joshua, which helped conquest Canaan in the book of Exodus. No, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. You guys are calling Leviticus numbers. Oh, and the 5th book of Moses is stolen, and it's probably not actually the book of Deuteronomy. That was probably introduced by Josiah reformers illegally. And you believe the things they did after I left. Hit it.
These kids are just like...
They took it at customs if you could convince them.
I did. They asked me where my sword was, and I said they took it in customs, dude. I've never had to improvise harder in my freaking life, my man. And that video's not done. So far, how's it going, though? You're the associate
60
professor.
seconds. That was 1 minute.
Yes. That was 1 of 2 minutes. We'll go over the last minute in a second. But so far, how do you think I'm doing? We've covered Deuteronomy was probably...
the Josiah reformers, yes. The conquest of Canaan and the sword of Joshua. Wow, we're just going down the list.
So, by the way, they're heavy. Do you know how much the golden plates weigh? No, come on, for real. Do you guys know how big the golden plates were?
That's alright. Whatever.
Yeah, they're about yay big and about that deep, and they're made out of most likely tumbaga.
Oh, yeah. I'm dropping tumbaga bombs on these kids. Like all the Heartlanders in primary. They'll be like, but my dad said that these probably came from North America and tumbagas in Peru.
Hey, but they got to hear about it sometime. Start early. That's the moral of the episode is start them early. Hear it from us first.
All right, and then I think here's the last two right here.
Well, because we had to improvise. It's all we had, and I had to rally the troops. And my people were evil and straight up like degenerate and sinful. And so I had to go around and ride on my super cool deer horse taper thingy, or whatever it is. And then, pump people up, dude. Hit it, what's up?
I had to run around.
This is fantastic.
On my deer horse taper thingy. Because I told them, they were just like, so, well, what did you eat? And I was like, well, there was cattle, but cattle might be an anachronism for deer or kind of like elk. Does anybody's dad go hunting here? You ever had venison?
Way overqualified for this part. Way overqualified.
Okay, I think you and Jonah need to do this together as a skit. And we found the perfect role for Jonah. He's the deer horse taper thingy.
Yes. Yes,
Just
deer
like
horse taper thingy. Oh, that is too funny.
My helmet's missing. My dagger's missing.
Oh, we already did that one. Okay, cool. This one's done.
You're such a geek. Well,
So
I'm letting
nerdy.
run the tape here to pump people up, right? Such a nerd.
Is there anything I missed?
Anybody.
Before we go, is there anything I missed?
Well, you could have gone into the garment of Joseph, but you'll have to wait till my book comes out and you can read about that.
That's true. So yeah, anyway, when you let Kirtland's signature Moroni loose in the primary, sometimes Kirtland's signature Moroni doesn't know whether it's pirate speak that he should be invoking, or whether it's Shakespearean English, whether it's modern English, and none of us know what Reformed Egyptian sounds like. So you have to kind of, you have to improvise And
Can I just say, I had 2 members of the primary presidency text me. And at first I was like, oh no. But they were like, this will go down in history. Yeah. Cardin was so good. He really went for it.
That is an amazing costume, dude. That really is an amazing costume.
Well, the funny part about this costume, bro, is like, I'm going to show you this picture right here. And dude,
it's period authentic, man. It's period authentic. You're wearing it all.
With English echoes. With English echoes, bro. Right there. English echoes as shoes.
It's given Ichabod Crane on the bottom.
I had like Ichabod Crane vibes, dude. So anyway.
It helps that you're a giant too, being Captain Moroni. That also helps the vibe, you know.
So anyway, I don't know, just overall, what did you think? I just wanted to share this with everybody. I thought it was freaking hilarious. What'd you think of Kirtland's signature Captain Moroni, my man?
I think it was worth every dollar. All 3 of them.
All right, guys. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Was Walgreens Moroni? Was Kirtland's signature Moroni? Yeah. Was this up to snuff, or was it lacking? And did you ever do the time machine yourself? I only had one ward that ever did the time machine. My man, I only had one ward that ever did it when I was a kid. So I at least knew the gag, but yeah, it was pretty good. And what can Brittany do? Who can Brittany play in the primary? Is she going to be Abish, Faith like Abish, or Esther?
Oh, there was a leper in the New Testament. You could probably play one of those. Oh,
yeah, or something. Brutal. So anyway, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And
just
as
kidding,
always,
Brittany.
Yeah. And this for this and more, please make sure you check us out at WardRadio.com.
Passion, be about it all action.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. We assume if you made it this far that you liked our content, so please make sure you like this video and you share it with your friends. Now, in order to keep this content flowing freely, we need your help. If you're a person of means, please check us out on Venmo, the Cash App, or Zelle, and consider a direct contribution to the channel. Or you could always go to WardRadio.com and sign up for our newsletter there and receive all of our latest Ward Radio news articles directly to your inbox. And while you're there, maybe consider purchasing some merch. We have some really cool hats, some really cool shirts, so you can strut your stuff and support the channel that way. Or if you're a kind of person that wants to just help out with some of the equipment in the studio, we have an Amazon wish list linked in the description as well. And don't forget scripturenotes.com. You have to read your scriptures daily, and scripturenotes.com is frankly the coolest way to study your scriptures, and they're a very generous sponsor of this channel. So please consider a free trial with scripturenotes.com. The link to Scripture Notes will also be in the description of this video. Either way, whether you're pressing this little button right here to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends, or whether you are actually hitting this button right here just to watch another video, we look forward to seeing you in the next program.